Okay, so this is my first video of 2021. It's even hard to say. Shaved my beard. I feel kind of naked. I feel kind of smaller than I was last time I was in a video. So I really don't just have a whole lot to say at the moment, but I do have a few things to say. This, you know, when I'm going through my YouTube videos, and every other one is a Delphi video, you know, and it's been the same thing all last year, and there's nothing that we can really do besides what we have done. And when I say we, I mean more around the lines of Michael Cat, Open Secrets, Incog, and there's a few more I'm leaving out, so forgive me if I left you out. But they've done a lot of work. And you know, there's a guy in Indiana that takes video of the old railroad tracks and new railroad tracks, and he walks these tracks. And I must have been one of the first people from the Delphi murders that commented about Delphi on his page. You know, he was doing it because he's a train guy. He loves trains, loves tracks and whatever. But this guy goes from the new tracks laid in Delphi, which when I say new tracks, you're going to be like, there ain't no new tracks in Delphi. Like, no, there's not. But the newer tracks in Delphi. The newer tracks in Delphi. He goes from there and he walks all the way to the Monon High Trail. If you are a Delphi armchair investigator, you need to see that video, because it could very well be the route that the killer took, even if he isn't a train hopper. If he is from Delphi, this could be the route that he took, the same route this guy takes. And I even got one of the comments from that video after I had commented about the Delphi murder, that, you know, the other guy that commented wanted to know if this guy, the guy that was taking the videos, could be the murderer. See, that is how desperate we have become on finding the people who murdered these two girls. And I think that in itself is the answer, because there's no reason why this guy should not be caught, unless they just have no clue who he is, and they have no DNA to match it with. None. Now, if you don't, then you should let us know that you don't have DNA. the way it sounds, you've got DNA. But the way you're acting, you don't. So, if you're acting like you don't have DNA, then you either don't have DNA, or your DNA does you no good. Which means two or three things. Which means you know this guy was in the woods, and even though you know he killed the girls, you can't do nothing about it because that guy has reasons for his prints and DNA to be in those woods. If the DNA was found right on the girls, now that should be totally different. Which makes me think they should have been able to get DNA from up under the girls' fingernails. Now then again, we don't know because nobody will tell us anything. So, most of our problems lie in we're not being told anything. And Indiana, it seems to me, has basically given up on this. And it's basically, well, if these armchair detectives think they can solve it, let them solve it. We're like, well, yeah, it don't work that way. We can't. We can only get to a certain point, and then you have to start arresting and prosecuting people, and that's where your armchair detective no longer has anything to work with. Because he's not a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm not an Indiana cop. I'm not a whatever county Delphi is in. I'm not a sheriff or a policeman from that area. So ain't nothing I can do about that. Ain't nothing nobody can do about that. And Thomas Bruce, I just don't see it. Had it been some guy walks in the woods, shoots a couple of girls and walks out, I would say, yeah, probably Thomas Bruce. But under the circumstances that we've heard that these girls were murdered, I don't see Thomas Bruce. I'm not saying that he's not capable. I'm just saying it don't fit. And I don't think that COVID is a good enough reason to keep this guy from not being prosecuted for the murders. That's another thing that I'm having a problem with. I just don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see what Michael Katz sees in that. But he has been doing this a whole lot longer than I have. And apparently he is confident enough in everything that he knows. But I'm not. And it may be because I'm on the outside looking in. But we've had Garrett Kirk, we've had serial killers, we've had all types and manners of people that we've looked at for the Delphi murders, and nobody's guilty. Somebody's guilty. Somebody is guilty. Somebody killed those girls. And it never should be that hard. Not nowadays. Not when we give the government millions of dollars to protect us, and they can't. At the end of the day, they still can't protect us. So now what? That's what it's coming down to, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. So I have got a few more things to look at as far as the train theory goes. And it looks good because, the more I look at it, the only thing that would make sense is if a guy that nobody knows really hops into your town without you knowing, is able to kill 2 girls and hop back out without you knowing. There's all kind of reasons why people kill, and most of them are stupid. I never understood how you could take a life without really having a very good reason. So, I'm going to take the rest of the day to rest and relax, because tomorrow is a whole new day. Y'all take care of yourself.